Hello everybody. This is the first time I'm ever doing something like this, but what I did is I stumbled across this LRock website here, and I'll link this in the video at the bottom here, but you can go to this completely free, and what's cool about it is you can actually zoom in on the moon pretty far and see all kinds of details about everything that's on the moon. So you can click and drag to a point, zoom way in, let it load. You can see all the kinds of different craters, impact craters. You can see some mountainous structures on the moon. These are pretty cool high-def pictures that you can find on here. Now it's cool. What you notice about all these impact craters is they're just kind of circular. They hit the moon and just kind of stay put, which gives it that Swiss cheese kind of look to it. Sometimes places like right here, you get something cool where there's a bunch of them in a row, like this. Other times they're just kind of standalone out there. Here's a couple more that are in a row. So anyways, we're going to zoom out, and we're going to focus up here in this Plaskett region. Let's zoom in a little bit. I don't care about Mac. Okay, so we go to this Plaskett region, and right next to it is this little crater called Plaskett U, which is still pretty large. If we zoom in on that and go right on the edge of the brim right here, there's this little crater. Now zoom in a little bit farther on it. In fact, we'll go in as far as we can. There's this little crater right off the Plaskett U. Right next to it, we see this huge triangular shadow. So that means this is some kind of maybe a hill or a mountain or something that's a little bit taller than the surrounding area. It's just kind of interesting that it has that strong, sharp, pointed shape to it. It's not really something you tend to find on a place like the moon. Even mountains on Earth don't have that type of shape. But as we look next to this mountain, we notice something coming out of it. This little line right here. And if we follow it, it gets interesting. You can see it kind of skirts around this little bump here, goes in between these two craters here, travels, it takes a little turn, takes another turn, goes around this little guy, goes right next to this one, and in between this crater and this little hill right here, does another little turn and then stops right up here. So I find that kind of intriguing there. Now I'm just going to zoom in a little bit on my computer screen. You don't really get to see very much, but you see all of that stops right there next to this little dot. And if you take a look inside, there's something else. It's as far as I can zoom in on my computer here. See how crazy large this stuff is? So you see those tracks stop. There's something in there. Then zoom back out. Remember, if you follow it all the way back, it has that curved path coming from this triangular structure out here. Now I don't see any other tracks going in or out of that. It's just something to kind of be interested about. Let's zoom out a little bit here. See, you can't really see it anymore, but the path is from here all the way down to this triangular piece. So what do you think? Is this alien life? Or is this something else that another nut job found on the internet somewhere? I'd be interested to hear what you say about it. Maybe one day we'll find out what's inside that crater. We'll figure out how anything could have made a path like that, curving around craters and hills, coming straight from this guy right here. This big triangular structure. Well, thank you for looking, and don't forget to subscribe.